than the legendary Nas. And you know, I want to say welcome back, of course, and congratulations. I see that the top 50 lyricists of all time, you were named in that number, of course, by Source Magazine, and you were named number 2. And of the top 5, only 2 of you, well, 3 of you are alive, Rakim, you, and Jay-Z. The other 2 are dead, Biggie and Pac. And 2 of you are still making music, you and Jay-Z. How do you account for your longevity? Here you are, what, 18 years ago, you were a child prodigy releasing Illmatic, and nearly 20 years later, you're still at the top of your game. How do you account for that?
Man, I'd say passion, me being an insane fan of hip-hop music since I was a kid, and just really wanting to carry the torch and really move people since I was a kid, since I first dreamed of being in this music game. And I'm just humbled by it all, man. It's amazing. It truly is amazing.
It is amazing because you are considered the most above ground, underground artist, so to speak. You got tremendous appeal right across the board. You're on the top of the charts, and yet you're still seen as a rapper's rapper, as an MC's MC. How are you able to balance that out by talking about all the themes you do on the one hand, but interjecting the politics on the other hand?
I think people can relate to just a normal guy. Yeah, there's some flash with the things I do. That's rap music, is about bragging and talking about things that the average person doesn't have or live. And, you know, but I think people see that regular guy in me and they hear it in my music. And I think, you know, I humanize myself all the time in the music, and I think that goes a long way.
Right. Well, speaking of humanizing yourself, on this latest CD, this is probably one of your more introspective albums. You talk about your relationship to your former wife, Khalees. You spill the ink about the devastation, the hurt, the pain, the agony you two went through. Tell us about why you made the decision to discuss that so publicly.
Well, Mike, you know me, I'm pretty much a private cat, but today's game is all about the social media, and the social media is the devil. It puts all your business out there, and my divorce was very public, and so many people were talking about it. I felt like it was only necessary, it was very necessary to address it myself. As I was recording the music, I tried to stay away from it for a little while, and I couldn't. So I felt like it was just therapeutic for me to just put it all out there.
Sure. Well, and you talked about it not in a bitter sense, not in a nasty and vindictive sense, but in the sense of, you know, a sense of loss, lamenting what you all did have and could have had, and you took responsibility for not being the best husband. I mean, you were self-critical on this album.
Definitely. I mean, I wasn't the greatest husband during the whole thing, and I'm a fan of love, you know, and I always saw myself getting married, you know what I mean? And that day finally came as one of the greatest days of my life, and it hurt me to see it go bad. I don't like failure, and I failed. And, you know, I put that all out there. I needed to address it, and I wanted her to hear it. Of course, I didn't know how she would take it so far. She respects me, artist to artist. You know what I'm saying? She can respect that, and I had to get it out there.
All right, 20 seconds left. In 2006, you said hip-hop is dead. Is it dead, or has your resurrection through your music and others made it a living art form?
It definitely, the spirit of it is alive. I try to put the spirit into my music to give it that thing that I felt as a fan of it, and as a couple of great artists out there who are doing the same thing. I think right now it's on a respirator.
All right, then. Well, we thank you for breathing life into it. Nas, one of the legendary MCs of all time, thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you, sir.